My name's Rhapsody, welcome back to Monster Train. We're going to be playing the Hellhound with the Awoken as the second deck, all that we're currently available to do in this version of the beta. The other three clans will be available in the full game. Alright, let's leave Covenant 1 on as well. It might give me a little bit of a boost in a certain direction for a certain deck. March of Shields, 2 copies, and a Battering Ram. Yeah, we're going for an armor stack deck. You can't look at those and not go for an armor stack deck. Magic power does not affect armor, it only affects damage and health. So I'll take the improved firebox, especially considering how expensive a lot of the armor cards are going to be. Armor 10, and then if it slays, it gains armor. Sounds good to me. These early fights should be pretty easy. Non-boss enemy units gain 4 attack. I'm okay with that just because I am running an armor build. And also, unit banner is really good early so that I can get another armor unit possibly. Okay, so I could put Train Steward in the front line. Yeah, Train Steward, Hornbreak Prince behind. Slay. Okay. That's fine. Unfortunately, I can't kill the collector up in the back line because I didn't get my other torch. It's a bit unfortunate. Okay. Let's put you up there, at least to get 1 kill. Should I March of Shields my Hornbreaker to the front? I think so. Sad to lose out on the money, but unfortunately it was absolutely nothing I could have done about that. Okay. So even doing regen, only at the end of combat does it apply, so I wouldn't be able to do anything to the Apprentice of Light here anyway, which means it will get to the top floor, it'll hit mine for 7, and then it'll take 20 damage back, and it'll die. I mean, yeah, I can restore you up to 7, but then you still died the first hit from the enemy here. Actually, the enemy will get damage shield if it kills you. So in fact, I'm going to torch my own unit so that it can't get damage shields, because otherwise it would deal 7 2 times to the last shard of the Spire. The Pyre, rather, sorry. Okay, and then battering around for 65 and we win. Actually, it's not even going to make it to the top floor. It'll die first. Or rather, we'll win the fight first. Hey. Hidden passage to ascend a unit? That can be pretty good. Pyre shards more consume. No, I probably don't want any of those. Remove. Steelworker, resolve, gain 5 armor is going to be very, very important in this build. Alpha Fiend is also really, really powerful once you put it behind a big unit, but I want the Steelworker early here. I'll take my 50 coins and then go forging my units for new powers. Steelworker being quick doesn't matter that much, actually. I could give the Steelworker 6 extra damage. I think I'm going to do that just to make my early fights a little bit easier, and then I'll hold the rest of my money here. I kind of wish I actually went on the other side now. Double stack on a spell would be really good. At the start of battle, enemy units appear on each floor, so they're going to be these units, which is a pretty big problem for us. They'll kill the Hornbreaker Prince by themselves. I don't think I need... I don't think I get more, or rather, I think I take more than 50 coins worth of damage to my Pyre by taking that. So they're hasted. They'll go to the top floor on the next step. It's unfortunate, but it'll happen. Okay. Let's go. Steelworker, Hornbreaker behind, March of Shields for the setup, and then a Train Steward on the next floor. They're hasted to the top floor as a part of the backliner unit there. I'm obliged to kill that. And that one. Pretty much all I can do this turn, though. Taking 1 damage there is not that bad. fact, I would probably describe it as pretty good. Let's get both of these saps out of the deck because we're not really going to want them. I'm fine with this. I am going to ascend one of those to the top floor. And play a trained steward on the bottom floor. It'll deal 5 damage here. But the Conduit Infiltrator will haste the boss to the top floor here. Right. And then we kill him. Even without Battering Ram there. We don't want to thicken up the deck too much, and we, in fact, want to thin down the deck a lot so that we can get the Battering Ram and March of Shields consistently. Another hidden passage? Yes. They can be very, very powerful. None of those. I don't really need the health, and I'm not running a Spikes build. Dupe a card in my deck, get another Battering Ram seems like a great idea to me. Like, yes, the Battering Ram isn't upgraded, but another Battering Ram is pretty big. Also, Hellhorned unit could be incredible. Another Steelworker. Yeah, if I get another Battering Ram, another Steelworker, I think is correct play there. I'll give HP to the Cave with 1,000 Ice. Keep gambling, just keep gambling, oh, friendly units gain +2 damage on kill. Neat. That'll actually help us with the fact that we don't deal any damage yet at all. Daedalus has enemies explode and deal... Yeah, enemy units deal 2 damage to the front unit on death. That's kind of okay with me. Okay. Let's go... Steelworker, the weaker Steelworker behind the Hornbreaker Prince. The healthier... Sorry, the bigger damage Steelworker on that floor. And I'll also give you a regen. If nothing else, that gets the regen out of the deck. Those regens not actually being that good for me. Train Steward in the back line. And then I think to save 5 health on the Demon Worker here, I'm gonna blow you up. Blow you up. Also does some extra damage to the boss. One of the things that I got the double ascend for here is because in boss fights, I will be able to ascend the boss 2 times to get them to my top floor, where I'm likely going to be doing a lot of my armor generation. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, I'll be able to ascend them to the top floor where I'm likely going to be doing a lot of my armor generation. And then when they go to the top floor, I can just play Battering Ram and blow them up. So that's the overall plan here. Okay, let's ascend you, because it doesn't matter. And in fact, it'll prevent you from healing the Forged Disciple. A March of Shields for some extra defense. You can see how now having a Battering Ram, or I can ascend units to get them out of the way for my Battering Ram as well. You can see how now having a Battering Ram would be useful. Put those up. Put you in the next cycle so that you're out of sync with your ally there. Okay. I have Battering Ram in the next hand, but not in this hand. And then I recycle my deck. Okay, I can't ascend you or anything like that, unfortunately. Play the Train Steward to get it out of the deck. Let's, I guess, deal some damage to you. Nothing else I can really do this time, unfortunately. So that's Battering Ram for 40. And that's only with 8 armor. Next 4 is a lot more than 8 armor. $222 damage. 220, sorry, not 22. 2 less damage than I said. Extra energy every turn is huge because we need the ability to play both March of Shields on the same turn as well as a Battering Ram and possibly something else. Yeah. Last stand, double the amount of rage on friendly units. Awoken Rail Spike, consume, draw X, enhance the cards drawn this way with negative 2 cost. That's really good because it'll lower the cost of these damage, these Marches of Shields and these Battering Rams, and enhancing them means that they'll have that lower cost for the whole fight. Take the Awakened Rail Spike there. Another Steelworker or an Alpha Fiend? Getting an Alpha Fiend behind a Steelworker would be huge, especially if I can give it multi-strike. So I'm going to take that basically just as a damage unit here. I think I need to start removing some cards from the deck, so I'm going to go over this way. Also, it's the possibility of getting my multi-strike here. That's pretty big. I'm in fact also going to do that. And I can't lower its cost. Never mind. Okay. Let's get a Restore Health out of here. Let's get a Restore Health out of here. Thinking after that, I might want to probably get like a Restore Health out of here. Then maybe after that, Restore Health? Let's get a Restore Health out of there. Get some Fire Health and move on. That could scarcely have worked out better for us that side there. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. That'll be a problem for like the first little bit of this fight, but it won't be a problem for long. And a random artifact. Artifacts are huge. Could be incredible for us. That's not what I wanted. It's okay. It'll work. It's just not what I wanted. So what if I actually go Alpha Fiend and Hornbreaker Prince on the bottom line here? So Alpha Fiend would double hit, kill the frontliner, and then Hornbreaker Prince would kill the backliner and actually get some armor. I'd take some damage on my Alpha Fiend for it, but you know what? Yeah. I can give the Alpha Fiend the regen later. Steelworker. Steelworker should go on one of the next floors as well already. March of Shields, the Alpha Fiend. Probably not. I do have the 2 regens in the deck that actually need usage. Maybe I March of Shields at once. Let's give it to you once. You know what? No. Heck it, twice. No, you know what? 3 times. There's your regen. I could Battering Ram to kill the frontliner already. Wild. Instead, it's going to be Steelworker. Double Torch to kill the backliner. Actually, I didn't need to Double Torch to kill the backliner. I can kill the frontliner and then kill the backliner myself. Yeah, that'll do. So the big thing about the Alpha Fiend here is its whole body. But then the second biggest thing about it is that it has Strike. Triggers on Strike, triggers when attacking, is +3 damage. It's huge. People teleporting past that floor again. Huh? That Clip Guardian took a lot less damage to get there than I thought. I thought it was about to take like 70 something. I'm gonna ascend you. Because if you're out of sync with anyone else, nothing happens for you. Oh, right, it heals all health when it goes up a floor. Yeah, I forgot about that. That is totally my bad. I did forget about that. Battering Ram still doesn't kill that floor. Can kill on the next one, though. Okay. So now all the torches in my deck are free, and there's a Battering Ram that only costs 1. Okay, and now I'm going to put my armored unit in the front line for the final fight. I'm going to take some more damage to the Clipped Guardian. Okay. I get an artifact out of this, so I'm still pleased about it. Got him. Gave him all the business. Infused Mallet, 25% chance to deal 5 damage when an enemy enters your train. Real good. Reinforce, consume, double armor on a target. Okay, now I need to try and remove that, the consume on that. Draw 1, enhance the drawn card, cost 0. That's really good as well, because if it hits a barricade, not barricade, but if it hits the good card, it's not barricade, but I forgot the name of. If it hits that, it'll be good. Let's get a high health on this side. Remove consume. Upgrade a spell to gain permafrost. Permafrost to hold a battering ram for the right turn is big. Very big. I could also upgrade it to cost -1. So that I can play it on the same turn as a March of Shields as well. Yeah. I'll be doing that. Enemies gain -1 attack. That's fine. I don't need them to attack me. Let's upgrade the champion. Armor 20. Slay to still gain 10 armor. Yeah, good enough. I mean, it also gives you a giant hit. Should make life a lot easier for us right there. Enemies enter with spikes 3. I think I can take that. 25% of these enemies are just going to die on entering, like that. So they can't be attacked this turn. They're a non-combat target this turn. So I'm gonna go Steelworker, Hornbreaker, March of Shields, the Steelworker in the front line there, murder one of you. If I get another March of Shields, I'll put my Hornbreaker in the front line this turn. Okay, I did. Good. First thing I'm gonna do is Alpha Fiend and then ascend you to the next floor so that I can overstack that floor by 2. March of Shields, my Hornbreaker at the front line, so it actually kills the marksman, so I actually get extra HP out of this turn. And then burn out a Wildwood Sap because I don't want it. Double armor on a unit, just double the Hornbreaker up to 66 is pretty big. I may actually have to Battering Ram this turn to take down the Clip Defender. It'll give 10 armor to the overcharged tank, but then I can hit you for 32, 11, and 35. 32, 35 is 67, and 11 is not enough. But at the very least, that'll guarantee that the overcharge tank only gets to attack the pyre once before it dies. Neither of those is worth drawing with the Pyagro here. Kinda want to just play the Train Steward out to get it killed. I mean, I could also ascend it. Eh, you know what? Just ascend it. Overstack that floor a little more. Another Train Steward. I could just sack this one. Okay, fine. Burn that. Just to get through my cards faster, basically. Okay, let's ascend nothing here. Actually, you know what? If I ascend you, I can still kill... Can't kill all of them? Oh, because it still had stealth that turn. Right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Thankfully, I can just kill it myself. I'm playing my units out of my deck here so they don't cycle back, so they're not dead draws for me later. So if I ascend... Okay, I'm going to ascend the boss, and then I'm going to kill it with the battering ram. Let's March of Shields first. Easy. Another battering ram? Another reinforce? Another reinforce. It'll get nuttier numbers than one more battering ram. But I have 2 battering rams and quite a thin deck still. Still need to remove more cards from this deck, though. Random selection of artifacts, 100 coins, and pyre health. Or random artifacts. Forge my units, gain new powers. What would I even give to my units? Probably nothing at this point. Yeah, I'll go for the artifacts. If nothing else, I do have removal here. Start a battle, summon a random unit from your deck to each floor. So that would be Alpha Fiend, Steelworker, Steelworker, almost certainly. Yeah. I need to remove these Train Stewards to make it happen, but we will. Okay. My God. This is wild. Let's go. Steelworker, Hornbreaker, ascend you to the back line of the next floor. Play that out. Do I even need to Wildwood Sap you? No, nothing's happening, but I'll Wildwood Sap you. I am still just trying to consume the Wildwood Sap still. Ah, there's our alpha friend. Some accumulation out of there as well. 11 kills the front liner, that kills the back liner. Oh, dang it. I don't even get the slay off with the Hornbreaker. I need the Hornbreaker to March of Shields their way to the front line there. I could have played it differently on the first turn to basically guarantee that that happened, but I didn't. And now it's too long ago to do it differently. Ooh, don't double its armor yet. That's not what I was looking for. Okay, as long as it wasn't the Awoken Rail Spike, it's fine. Okay, hang on. It's actually... I think it is. It's reinforce, get you to 80. Throw out the Wildwood Sap there. Ascend you to go to the next floor. I'll kill you this turn. You'll be easy to kill next turn. This also guarantees another Slay. This is setting up for a Battering Ram straight against Fel. I could even just ascend you past me. Yeah. So Battering Ram currently does 550, so you go up a floor. I'll Battering Ram for 550, and then just end the game. Oh, I should have played that. No, wait, I couldn't. Never mind, it's fine. So we win that fight before anything really happens there. More energy, please. Still more energy. Still more energy. Consume to apply 2x rage and 2x armor. So what? I play that for 5 and it gives me 2 armor. It's 2 armor per point, so 10. It's still not that much. That's good for a rage build. It's not good for an armor build. Dupe any card except for your champion. I can get another copy of the Battering Ram that has all the upgrades already on it. Or I can remove 2 cards from my deck, go for the artifacts. Well, next floor, what do we have? Next floor, we have a magic shop, as well as removal and another duplicate. Oh my god. Okay, if we have a duplicate next floor, I think I take the removal this floor. We need to get both Train Stewards out of the deck so that we're summoning all the right ones at the start of the turn. Okay, let's look at the artifacts. Friendly units enter with armor 5. Don't really care about whenever a card with consumers played restore 5 player health. I could take the Scorched Steel and the Unbroken Horn, but I need a little bit more money, so let's see if the Hell Vent gives us anything here. Oh my god! A fissure in the ice forces the Bone Shaker to stop. You've seen cracks like this before, but allowing you to multiply your forces through some... often allowing you to multiply your forces through some ancient magic. But this one is different, unstable. Throwing something into the fissure could have unusual side effects, whilst absorbing the energy from afar could have the more expected effect. I think... I don't actually want a bunch of copies of the pre-upgraded Battering Ram. What I want is more copies of Reinforce. Because I just start doubling it, and then I never stop doubling until I have the biggest unit. This is really good as well. Friendly units entering with armor for the sake of that as well. This is really good. This is really good. Non-boss enemy units get extra, gain 8 extra damage, but that doesn't matter. It really, really doesn't. Let's go. Hornbreaker in the front line. I'm actually going to March of Shields the enemy to the front here, so I can kill it this turn, and then I'm going to reinforce myself. Let's throw out the Wildwood Sap. take 3 of the torches to kill the backliner here for 100. I think I'd do it, though. These gilded wings are very powerful. It's a bit of an annoyance, unfortunately. We need the Alpha Fiend to grow a lot faster. Let's go. Ultimate Penance. Get the regen out. Take 35 to it. I should put the regen on the Alpha on the top there. Battering around the enemy dead. March of Shields you to the front line so I can kill you as well, getting more armor on the Hornbreaker Prince. We're gonna take a fair chunk of damage to those winged units. They've just got so much HP. Oh, I don't like it, but that's how it's going at the moment. Torch definitely goes there. Penance can't double the armor on a unit yet. I need to start getting you to the top. So we're gonna Woken Rail Spike here. Let's go reinforce Pyagro, getting a single torch. I might be allowed to lose. Having the Alpha Fiend on the top line there and not having the ability to grow it actually was really, really lethal. Huh. I wasn't thinking about that. The Alpha Fiend being that vulnerable if it wasn't in the right position. That's really annoying because we would have destroyed the final boss easily. Okay, so how else could I have mitigated that? Well, one of the ways to mitigate it would have been triplicating my Alpha Fiend instead. Sorry, not triplicating, but quintruplicating my Alpha Fiend instead. So I'd have them summoned at the start of the battle with the Sketches of Salvation there. Obviously not giving the final battle the... where was it? Yeah, non-boss enemies gain 8 extra damage. That was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. Specifically, I'm not yet at the point that each of these fights I know the enemies I'm going to be looking for. I have like a little bit of a kind of like like a little bit of a feeling about it, but I don't know exactly which enemies I'm going to fight. So knowing exactly which enemies I'm going to be fighting in each battle and exactly what their HP and health values are will be able to help me make better decisions with respect to which of these challenges I can afford to take and which of them I can't afford to take. Obviously, I could afford to take all of these, like, very easily. This one, just because those units had 140 HP, I couldn't afford to take it. If they had, if they had a reasonable amount of HP, they would be completely fine. They are supposed to be just, like, frontline blockers with no real damage, right? But they did 7 damage per hit, and this gives them +8. Did I even have the challenge on? I suspect I did. Strange. More copies of Battering Ram. That wouldn't have really helped. I would have still had to deposition them somehow. More copies of Removal earlier? More copies of Removal earlier would have been nice, but honestly, the money got spent pretty effectively near the end as well. Yeah, so we're only just one area away from the final. Okay. Okay. I know what lessons to learn from this run, and I think one of the primary ones is I need to know the stats of each of the enemies in Covenant and in non-Covenant. This is being a Covenant run, so enemies are stronger. But I need to know those so that I can evaluate the effects better. Because then I would have known, yeah, I don't have enough damage to take those out, so giving them extra HP is going to kill my top liner. For the moment, my name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all my contents on this game, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.